Shawn, you good? Good job, man. Awesome.
Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we have a special guest in the house. Shawn Raiford is here. And you know what we're going to talk about? The same thing we always talk about is Stop Struggling Now in the house. So therefore, how do you learn about new investments? And with Shawn, he's a jazz artist, but he's also an entrepreneur. He's an investor. So we're going to get his brain racked with some of that as well. And welcome, everybody. Stop Struggling Now gear. Appropriate emerging millionaires. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. And as you know, once again, we have a special guest this evening, Shawn Raiford. And for about 10 minutes, I gave you some of his album chart-topping hits, Man with a Horn. And you know, down below in the description, Shawn Raiford Sax. Down below is the link so you can grab some of his gear, grab some of his album, signature album, by the way, his first album. So again, he's going to be on in a few minutes. He's in the house in the background. But first, we always have to have that intro. So I have to say, who's in the house? Good evening. Happy Friday, everyone. Mr. Evans in the house with the icon next to his name. That means he's a member of the channel. Thank you so much for being here on the SSN Nation Friday Night Live. Man, so this is going to be jam-packed. It's going to be exciting. We're going to talk a little artistry, jazz artistry. Then we're going to talk about investments, some things that people normally don't talk about and think about. But you know, here's how we're going to do it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Shawn Raiford's going to be here in about a couple more minutes. But I want you to think about what have we talked about over the last 2 or 3 years when we started talking about investments. I know it's been stocks, it's been real estate, it's been businesses, it's been multifamily, it's been commercial, it's been hotels. But tonight, it's something we've never talked about, and Shawn Raiford's going to provide us with some of this info, and you guys are going to have to stay tuned for this. All right? So let's see who else is in the house tonight. Victor Marrero with the icon next to his name. He has his usual tagline, let's do this. All right, hello all. Thank you so much for being here with the icon once again next to his name. So again, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm going to talk with Shawn Raiford, but hold on a minute. We got to talk about investments. Down below in the description, there's plenty of things. If you want free stocks, down below, Robinhood, Webull. If you haven't got your platform to buy stocks, down below, Robinhood and Webull, free stocks when you sign up. All right, that's for starters. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have our special guest come on, and this will be Shawn Raiford and myself, and you know how it always works. If you have any questions, this is full contact, full participation. You always know how it is here. All right. Here we go. Shawn Raiford's in the house, the sax man himself, the entrepreneur, the investor. How you doing this evening, Shawn?
Man, I'm doing all right, Eric. How you feeling, my brother?
You know how it is. I always have a smile on my face.
Oh, yeah.
I can't complain.
Yeah. So I've had my smile altered here. I used to have a gap back in the day, so I got it fixed.
Right on. Right on. Right on. All right. So tonight, I want to thank you for being here. And this is a special treat because most of the time when somebody says, music, entertainment, they think that's all the person does is music and entertainment. They don't think about the extra entrepreneurs, investments, and things of that nature. But of course, we got to talk about the first things first, the jazz artist, the first album ever. So I want to give a little background. That's right. Josh, there we go. Show me that T-shirt again.
Shawn Raiford Sax gear.
ShawnRaifordSax.com. That's it. Down below in the description, there's a link for it, so you guys can go buy the album. So, but here's what I want to talk about to begin with, because you've done something that a lot of people feel that they can't do. We've talked about this before. So you play the saxophone. But what I want to point out is you did not play the saxophone like most people who might have started out when they're in their teens, in their 20s. When did you start playing the saxophone? When did you pick it up?
I picked it up. I was 34, 35 years old when I actually picked it up. And it was a joke. It was actually a joke. My aunt asked me, because my grandmother raised me. My aunt asked me, Shawn, what are you going to do for Mother's celebration? They was having the 75th anniversary of their church and everybody was drunk, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They was drinking, and I said, put me down for a saxophone solo. Everybody laughed. I laughed. I left. I go back a week later, and she has a program that says Shawn Raiford saxophone solo. And so I told her, I knew my daddy was a Rolling Stone. I figured he might have been a Tumbling Rock. Who knows, And so I said, Auntie, who's Shawn Raiford? She said, you. I said, Auntie, I played the trumpet when I was in elementary school. I don't have a saxophone. She told me I need to go get a harmonica or a kazoo. She said, because she wasn't changing the program, because she paid $312.14 or something, And so I went down to this place called Munch's Music. I grabbed a saxophone, because they only rented for like $25, $30 a month. And the guy put it together, and I went down on Sonoma Boulevard. I'm in Sacramento now. On Sonoma Boulevard out there, wasn't nobody out there but me, cows, truckers, and the streetwalkers walking out there. And I'm out there just trying to play a saxophone. They had a Billwind band builder, and the only gospel song they had was When the Saints Go Marching In. I've been playing ever since.
And what age? This is the important factor. What age was this?
I was about 34, 35 years old.
Exactly. Never too late. Unbelievable.
Never. And just sold out Yoshi's a few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago. We just sold out Yoshi's, opening up for Jay King.
That's right. That's right. In Oakland, Yoshi's, the jazz R&B spot.
Man.
That's
Everybody's
awesome.
pictures up there, man.
Everybody's there at Yoshi's. You got that right. And now you're one of them. Now, so I have to give the age just a little, because we go forward about 17, 18 years later, and this is when you actually do your first album.
I actually didn't do my first. Okay, I'll take that back. I did a ghetto one that I can't talk about because I didn't get licensed and everything. You guys don't hear that on there. Chalk that. Just my brain talking. My first legit CD I didn't put out until I was 55 years old. That was last year.
Wow.
My debut CD, Man with a Horn, came out, and I think it was September 23rd of last year. August 23rd. I think it was August 23rd. Yeah, it was August 23rd of last year is when I did my first legit CD, Man with a Horn, where I have my own original songs on there. And all the covers that I do have are licensed, so I don't have to worry about, any problems.
I know they're licensed because those ones I just played, I'm going to get a copyright claim. That's why I did it at the beginning.
All licensed, and he has full access to use them anytime he wants, you guys. Yes. I have all the ISRC codes, I promise you.
All right. Right on. So that's what I wanted to illustrate to people is sometimes they think that it's too late when they're in their 30s. They feel their goals, dreams, or anything they want to do. They're 35, 40 years old. They're thinking, oh, no, it's too late. And here you are 50 plus, and you said, I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to do this album. And you actually work with DOA and some other artists, Derek Allen, people don't know who he is because he's in the background usually, and
Right.
he's had some hit songs, some Grammy songs. The guy is awesome, and
Yeah.
you were lucky enough to work with him.
He
So
did my whole CD.
yeah,
My whole CD. He's worked with it. As a matter of fact, the first two #1 hits that Kim had coming out this year,
mhm.
DOA did those. He did
Wow,
that whole Kim's whole CD. As a matter of fact, he's working on his next one now.
wow,
Yeah.
that is
So,
awesome.
he used to tour with Janet Jackson, with
That's
Bobby
right.
Brown,
That's
Karen
right.
White, you name it. He's
Yep.
played with him. Lionel Richie,
That's right.
he's amazing.
He's the man in Sac. He's been doing it for years. It's amazing, and he works with some other artists as well. That's in the jazz and R&B
Yes, sir.
industries.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, so that is awesome. So you work with I said a Grammy-winning type producer,
Yes, sir.
and that's your first album. Again, it just goes to show if you do something and stay with your craft, you can surround yourself with people that can really help you out. So
Right.
we're going to be looking forward to that second album too. But I got to be the
I'm 3
Hawk man.
songs in on it right now.
That's
3
good.
songs in, you guys.
That's good. But the first one down below in the description is a link if you guys want to pick it up. All
Please
right.
do.
So here we go. I got to add some other people. Vanessa Comagate's in the house. Hey, Eric and SSN fam and guest. Yes, the guest is Shawn Raiford. So let me put it up here. Let me put it up here so people can see that too. So they know Shawn Raiford's in the house who's here. Not only does he play music, but he also does investing and entrepreneurship as well. So we're going to get into that shortly. So hopefully you can buckle up a little bit and chill out with us tonight, Shawn, because this is going to be awesome. All right. Because we talk about a lot of things, but not what you have invested in. And what you have told me last night when we talked, I'm like, I'll tell you about it later, but it's pretty funny. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. Let me, and by the way, since I didn't tell you beforehand, sometimes I'll put you on the screen by yourself, but I didn't go anywhere. I just can switch it back up. All right. So,
Okay, no problem.
yeah. All right. Okay. So now let's get down to you were at Yoshi's. And do you have any other gigs coming up that somebody might be able to find you at anytime soon?
Yes, we're going to be on the 4th of September. Matter of fact, I'll take it back on the 14th, which is next Saturday. We're going to be at Esther Park right here in Sacramento. We're doing a fundraiser for the youth. Our youth Sac Panthers football team. We're with Sac High.
Okay.
And Coach Rebro of Sac High is taking us under his wings. He's taking the kids that are on his football team, all the kids on the varsity. They have to mentor one of the kids on our youth football team. All the JV players on the high school have to mentor. So each week they have a project where they have to make sure our kids are keeping the grades up, and they have to report that back to Reber, regarding what's going on with our kids. So we're going to be doing that on Saturday, August 14th at Esther Park. You guys can get tickets there, or if you guys hit my email, it's ShawnRaifordSax@gmail.com, ShawnRaifordsAS@gmail.com. I can get you guys the website. I'm waiting on them to get that for me, so you guys can go on there and donate, and we'd be so grateful. Also, September the 4th, I'm going to be doing the R&B festival that the NAACP is putting on also here in Sacramento. We're going to be there opening up for Club Nouveau. They got some other artists in Sacramento that are going to be performing there also. And on the 5th, we're going to be at a restaurant out in Lafayette. I'll get that and I'll put it down there so Eric can put it in you guys' thing. But we're going to be there on September the 5th out in Lafayette. I have never been there. I don't even know where that city is at. They told me it's somewhere out there near the bay somewhere.
Yeah.
It might be near Concord or something.
Yep, that's where it is. It's out by Concord, Walnut Creek.
I have never been to that city, but I'm going to be there on September 5th, me and the band. So you guys don't miss it.
Right on, right on. Okay. I love to hear that. So we got all the plugs in.
Yes,
and then
sir.
we got another question from Victor Marrero. How are you, Shawn? Where do you see yourself in the short term, 2 to 3 years? Oh, my. And long term, over 3 years. All right. Well, we can go for it.
All right. Okay, I'll give you my up to 2 3 year plan. My up to 3 year plan. I would really like to be able to start getting onto the touring circuit, because right now, because of COVID, it's if you don't have the name, if you're not Albright, you're
Yeah,
not Cause,
yeah,
you're not they're really not trying to book those of us that are just hitting it now. And now I'm hitting it at age 56. Ooh, I got that little bit of time. I gotta hurry up and hit it,
that's
before the gray hair really starts showing. And but I really would love to see everybody. I just want to tour. I want to play everywhere. That's and Eric is gonna be modest, but I played for Eric a bunch of times, you guys. I
right.
think that I've been in backyards, front yards, rooftops, you hear me, in restaurants. And listen, in restaurants, they would not allow musicians in.
That's right.
They let me be in there. I was
That's
like,
right.
they're saying that you can't have music. He's like,
That's right.
bring a sound system, Shawn. So I
That's
come
right.
in there and I played. Not a word was said. So there's the perks of being with big ballers.
That's
One of
right.
these days I'll be like Eric, you guys. But no, and that's my 2 to 3 year plan, just to be able to tour, to get everybody to hear my music, because it's a coming out party for me. I've always wanted to do it from the time I started back in '99. I really wanted to do this, and being able to do it now is a blessing. Past that 2 3 year period, I will take whatever happens. I don't have a plan. I just want to play. That's why I call it was really a man with a horn. I just want to play. The title of the song of my CD just said he's a man with a horn who wants to play for you. That's all I want to do. I don't
That's
care
right.
where it's at. I'll play at Yoshi's. I will play in your backyard.
All right. Well, I give stories every now and then. And when you mentioned where they're in restaurants, they normally
Oh,
wouldn't play.
they would
Let you
not let.
play before?
I have never played there again, and I've never seen a musician in that place. And me and my wife were just there 2 weeks ago.
I was going to tell them the story about when we went to Pearl on the River. And the guy said, they told me when I booked the place, when we had our little party and stuff, they said, oh, yeah, no problem, as long as you have a little music. And I told them the jazz guy's coming and a little music. And then when you show up, they're like, wait, hold on. It's like, what are we talking about? They're like, we don't. I said, wait, we signed an agreement saying all this. And so
Right.
then they let you play. And then when you
Yes.
started, they were all like, hold on. We have guests downstairs. They're loving the music. Okay, you can play all night.
But I have been there and I have not heard another musician. I'm telling you, me and my wife were just there two
Yeah,
weeks ago. No music, you guys.
that's
But
right.
Eric can get you into that place playing your musical instrument. I don't care what it is. Trust me.
That's right. That's how we did it, man. Oh man, I forgot all about that. That was a
Oh no,
while
not
back, but
me.
that's awesome.
Not me.
Oh man, that's awesome. All right. Well, let's see here. We have somebody new in the house. Epic Designs, it looks like. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday Night Live, and he's saying happy Friday, SSN. All right. Glad to see it. Great music, Shawn. That's by Wilson Koo, who's
Thank
in
you,
the house.
Wilson.
Right on. Uh-oh, here we go. See, this is what happens when we have entrepreneurs around.
I
This
love it.
question's going to come up. Shawn, have you considered teaching music? That could be a nice part-time, long-term.
I would say I would love to, but when I say I have no time, I
None.
I I could not dedicate it. I actually have a teacher for my son. Um because the time that I have, I'd rather be just dad than his teacher and be like, you're not look, you got to keep your fingers are too far away. You're not in tune. I would rather be that, but I would love to, but because of my transportation business, to grow houses and things, and just the investment, I really have no time. I try to spend as much time with my kids and my grandkids, as possible.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, family does matter.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's pretty awesome,
Yes,
because you're
sir.
about to, if you start this real touring, you're not going to have much time at home.
Man. So I'm loving this school thing now, because I can let my son, if we go on tour, he can come with us, and he can do all his classes online. So,
That'll work. That'll work right
yeah.
there.
And he's got next. I'm actually creating Steph Curry on the saxophone. You guys,
Nice.
I'm telling you guys right now, look out for Jeremiah Raiford. He's only
Nice.
13 right now. He plays the piano, drums, mandolin,
Oh my.
saxophone, trumpet,
Holy smokes.
and the violin.
Oh my.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Oh, he is.
Oh,
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm
wow.
telling you guys early. You guys heard it in 2021. I told you guys about Jeremiah Raiford. He is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh
He
yeah.
started young too.
Oh
That's what
yeah.
counts.
And he loves it.
Yeah, that's the
He
thing
loves
right
he
there.
loves he loves music and golf. So
That's all right.
to me, I told him he won.
Right. Well, you're going to allow him, is he going to be on any of your albums as a feature artist on a song or two?
On my third album, yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Right
Yes.
on.
And he's
Okay.
actually learning my first album now. So that if I had a keyboard player that couldn't make it, or if
Yeah.
I have an outdoor venue that allows kids,
That's right.
oh, he can play.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. That's how you have to do it. You know, you've been in the music business long enough. You know somebody's going to be inconvenienced and can't show up.
Exactly.
You know, it's going to happen.
And then he's gonna start getting noticed a lot.
That's
you know.
right. That's right.
I got to keep him away from the little girls and everything.
Yeah.
That's all I got to work on. You know.
Yeah.
Man.
You're going to have to keep doing it, man. All right. Well, here's Victor Marrero. I'm gonna say what's the song is called Good Vibrations, right?
Yes.
I believe that was shot in Cabo, right?
Yes, it was. We actually went to oh my God. Was that's it Cabo? I think it is Cabo. Is it? No, it's not. It was
San Jose del Cabo, Los Cabos, or was it in north of there, La Paz, or?
No, I think it was Cabo. I'm trying to think right now because I got a brain freeze right there. But I can tell you right now, we went there, and I went with Nick Leisure. He's actually he's a director. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he did Clear Shot. You know, the one about the good guys shooting out there, where he took one shot and it just so happened that the door would close right then when the bullet would hit it. You know, and they were trying to get the people out of there. But Nick Leisure took us out to Cabo, man, and put me down on a beach. And when I say I was able to leave the door open and watch the water, and then you know the people there were just amazing, man. It was amazing.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So the question was, the reason why I mentioned it is because there was a question about have you played outside the United States?
Yes.
So I figured you had, but I just mentioned the video, but I knew you probably performed outside the U.S. Okay, here goes questions. Okay, Shawn, you got your home balance straight, brother. Will you talk about some of your other investments? Vanessa, don't get ahead of the game. We're going to talk about that. But right now, we're going to answer the questions. Here comes some investments shortly. Great to hear a young man learn to play real music. That's right, Vanessa Camagay, because that is this digital stuff. It doesn't actually get you the whole spectrum of the music because digital shrinks it down. So I agree with you 100%. Real music is a hell of a lot better than digital. So that's awesome. All right. Oh, my God. I was just in Cabo. Perfect setting. That place is dreamy.
Oh, it is beautiful. It is beautiful. Remember when I told you guys about the second coming?
Uh-oh. Here he
right
is.
there.
Jeremiah.
That's Jeremiah.
How you doing? What's up? Keep doing the thing, man. Keep working hard.
And come here. And introduce you guys to my wife. That's the cutie. How I get you in the picture, baby?
She got to lean over some more.
There
you
go.
go.
There
How
you
you
go.
doing?
Good. How are you?
All right.
And hold on, Zach. And this is my son's best friend, Zach. They just got in from Dave and Buster's, you guys.
All right. What's up, Zach?
All right.
All right. Okay. That's beautiful, man. That is beautiful. And it's funny. I've seen you so many times, but I never saw the wife because she would be dropping you off or having to go back home and said, I'll be back. It was always something. So that's pretty cool. All right, here we go. Shawn, Eric can hook up with an overseas assignment in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic.
We have already talked about it. Trust me. Yes, we have. Yes, we have talked about that already. Yes.
That's right. That's right.
There.
Victor Marrero, I'm already ahead of you. He's going to be at that SSN Lifestyle Punta Cana first first thing we're going to do in about a year and a half. He's going to be there.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Exactly. Hey, Jeremiah, Zach, and beautiful queen wife, beautiful family. Right on. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to this investment. The entrepreneurs. Here is something that got me going crazy.
All right.
All right. So a lot of people now know that in last November, there was 5 new states that allowed for marijuana sales or marijuana dispensaries or marijuana growing. So that means there's another 5, and after another election comes, there'll probably be another 4 or 5 because tax money. They can get tax money on this. They can get new businesses to sign up, and it creates. I just looked at the Oklahoma. I'm going to give a little foreplay on this.
Yes.
I know you invested in a company in Oklahoma.
Yes, sir.
And so last night I went and looked at the Oklahoma. I don't even know where I went, but it was like dispensaries and everybody that's licensed in Oklahoma. So I thought the list would be like, 20, 50. No. The dispensaries, when they added the dispensaries, it was hundreds.
Right.
There's probably 1,000 on the list at least.
Yes, sir.
I just couldn't believe it. It just kept going and going and going. So we're going to talk about investing in marijuana, but this is a little bit different because we're able to invest in a grow company.
Correct.
So since tonight's title is how to learn about new investments, that's where I want to start with. So you're out playing music, you're out doing whatever you normally do. How did you find out about the opportunity to invest in the grow business?
My business partner, I've been, doing investments, and, we did, of course, stock market, cryptocurrency, and things like that. So we were out one day at the basketball because he also trains basketball players. And one of the guys came up and he was like, listen, we have an opportunity, if you guys would like to come in and be a part of some grow houses because it's legal in Oklahoma. And, preacher being the man he is, he was like, oh, man, I don't want nothing to do with that. I said, hold on a minute. I said, you said it's legal, right? He said, it is legal. You can go on the website, of course, and look and see everything is legal because I don't use it. I just wanted to make money. Just, whatever the investment was, it was going to make money. So what I ended up doing is we had a talk with the guy out there in Oklahoma, and we flew out because we wanted to see it. I'm Doubting Thomas, so I got to see things. Maybe it's the Missouri that's in me that I've never been to the state and don't know anything about it. But I went there, and so what ended up happening, we went there and got a chance to see how it does. And so what they're doing is they having built-in enclosures. And inside of them, they have all these grows, and the whole house, you pay for that grow house, and you get 9 grows on your investment. So whatever comes out of that house for 9 grows is yours. Every you got to split down the middle, up to 1,800, and then after that you can get it. So if they're going for 4,000 a pound out there, and they take 1,800, of course, you get 2,200 a pound. So if you got 300 pounds, you're about $660,000 in, and that's what you get. And you'll get that for 9 grows. For each one of the grows, they give you the contracts and things like that for you to sign. When they signed up, it was we did that back in September, October. I think it was October. Because October, November, December, because it's 12 weeks. Every 12 weeks is when the stuff gets done. Don't ask me the particulars, right. Because I don't use. I have no idea.
Right.
But I know every 12 weeks is when they pull it out the ground, and then you got to cure it for 2 weeks, and then it's of course send out to the distributor. And the reason why Oklahoma is in a very good win for an investor state is because all the surrounding states of Oklahoma can come into Oklahoma. If they have, so they got like thousands of dispensaries in Oklahoma. Right. How many do you think they have in Texas? In Arkansas? Any state that touches
right
Oklahoma is included to come into Oklahoma.
Right.
So you're gonna win.
Exactly.
And I always tell everybody, there's only that certain window that you have. So I got in early,
Yeah,
and,
that's the
and
best way to do it.
oh man, if you get in early, you can win. And so we're waiting on our first grow. Hopefully, we should have something like in the next couple 3 weeks. From the
Beautiful.
one, and I got three of them. I got
Beautiful.
three greenhouses.
Okay. So let me back up a little bit. So when you found out about this opportunity, you discussed it with your business partner.
Yes.
Then what was the contractual obligation at that point? Did they send you contracts? Did you have to go to Oklahoma? How did that transaction transpire for you to do your due diligence?
We went to Oklahoma because because the original buy-in was substantial. It was 100 grand. I'm gonna
Right.
tell you that now. It's 100 grand.
Right.
Now to get in there, they're asking for 250.
Right.
And
Wow.
that
Upgrade.
and that was as of January because they found that to do all the work that they have to do on the greenhouses, it's cost more because of COVID.
Right.
Like I was telling you last night, I want to do my deck in the backyard, but because they told me what the prices of wood are right now, I'm not getting my deck done.
No.
And so but they're going for 250. But again, if you pay 250 and you get 9 grows, you got me? And say each grow just yields you $250,000. You still got 8 grows after your initial investment.
Okay.
250 each. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right. So when we do the investment, is it all up front, or do they take it over the course of the grow term, or how do they do it?
It's all up front. It's all up front.
All up front.
Your 250s up front. But I tell
Okay.
people, what happens is a lot of people get greedy, and you don't have to be greedy. Say 250,000. If you got 5 of you guys together, and
That's
everybody put 50,000 in.
Right.
Okay. So you guys put that in, and the first grow house, the first time it comes around, say you guys get 400,000 out of that grow. If you guys do it the right way, you guys have one grow house, then you guys just go ahead and put 250 back and grab another one. So now you have 2, and then you still have 150,000 that you guys can split.
That's right.
5, and everybody gets $30,000.
That's exactly right.
Do you hear me? Because you only put 50,000 in.
That's right.
So you just got 30,000. You only got 20. You're only 20 in the hole. But now you have 2 grow houses. So the very next time it comes up, say it's the same thing, and you guys get 400,000 in both of those. Now you have $800,000 for that group of 5.
That's correct.
So you take that group of 5, and you got 800,000, and say you guys go and get 3 more grow houses, because you got 750,000 there, and you guys got 50,000. So each one you get 10.
That's right.
Every time from thereafter, you guys have 5 grow houses. At the 5 grow house mark, that means everybody basically in your group that started out has a grow house.
That's right. Now,
now everybody every 3.5, 4 months is getting the 400,000+.
That's right.
For 9 grows.
That's it. That's what I was getting ready to say, because you mentioned 9.
Yes.
9 grows. So at the end of 9, the contract expires.
And and
now it's whatever the number is at that point.
Exactly. So
because it could be double that to get back in. It could go up another 200 grand or something.
Right.
To do
but
it.
Still, you would have seen it yourself.
That's right.
Now you don't have to go in with business partners anymore, because when your time comes up, you have the money to put down for your own, and you just start getting each month there every 4 was not 4 months, but it's 3.5, 4 months. You have it, your group.
Right.
And those that don't have, say you don't have 50,000, get 10 of you guys together.
That's it.
At 250, 10 of you guys together is now 25 grand.
That's right. Oh yeah, I know that there's something I haven't told you about that I'm starting called SSN Lifestyle. And it actually has to do with some investing component to it, because you're familiar with the network marketing type of companies, where once you do something, you have to keep selling or have to keep promoting. And if you stop doing it, you don't have any revenues coming in. So I'm starting this SSN Lifestyle, and it's going along the Founders Club. We have what it's going to be called Ring of Fire. It's like Shark Tank. So now members Imagine in network marketing if people actually did this. They said, hey, there's an investment opportunity. Let's say 250 grand, right?
Right.
Just what this is. And then you say, okay, the Founders Club has first dibs if who wants to go in, but everybody in the membership can contribute to it. And then down the line, when there's money coming in, you have money coming in from something you did a year ago.
Correct.
2 years ago.
That's called winning.
That's right. That's what we call it here. So that's something that we're going to be doing with SSN Lifestyle. So it's going to be awesome. But this right here is something that's impressive because we've heard of, I know some people that are in that marijuana industry, but they opted to go towards dispensary.
Dumb.
And then you opted to go towards the grow, which either way, I guess, you know, it is what it is. Everybody likes their own investments.
It's
but
too many hands in your pocket in the dispensary.
Exactly.
Let me
That's the way
explain
I
to you.
looked at it.
The reason why I'm saying it's too many hands, if you look at it, in a dispensary, they have to pay for armed guards.
That's right.
In
That's
your pocket.
right. That's correct.
You have to pay for a building.
That's right.
In your pocket.
Yep.
You have to pay for employees.
That's right.
Then you have to do all these background checks of them. You have to watch. You got surveillance cameras.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like you're a casino.
Yep, that's correct. That's right.
Whereas opposed to what from my standpoint, I'm just investing.
Mm-hmm.
All that money comes to us. You know,
that's right.
Me and my business partners. That's it.
That's right. That's right.
That's it. I don't have to pay for a security firm, no armed vehicles, to take stuff from here to there, or to make sure people don't come in and take stuff out,
Right. Exactly. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's see. We got some more. Hold on. We got Mr. Financial as Curtis Davis is in the house. He says
CD,
hello all.
CD.
All right. Wow, interesting. Everybody will be Bob Marley rich.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
That's right, man. How long does a grow take? I believe you said, I'll let you answer, but it was every 3 months, but you have
it's 12 weeks. It's 12 weeks is as long as it takes for it to mature, and then they take it out of the ground. You got 2 weeks for it to cure, and then a week or two after that is when they the distribution come out. They extract it all and change the finances. You get your money.
Okay, well, I have just a question about it though. So let's say you found, just like me, you just now told me about it. Are there other companies, grow houses that do investments that you have ran across as well?
I have not, and that's probably because I didn't look.
Right.
I didn't look. I really didn't. I didn't look anywhere for any other investments. It just fell into our lap, like I said, at the basketball workout. Honestly, at a basketball. It's being in the right place at the right time.
That's what it always is. That's what it always is.
And it just it got thrown in our laps. And like I said, and the thing that intrigued me was the 9 grows.
That's right.
Because I saw a return on my investment, unlike I would have seen for sure in the dispensary. That's not to say dispensaries aren't going to make you some money, No. But if
the grow is better. The grow is better. That's the source.
Less people in your pocket.
That's correct.
And it's just you as an investor.
That's correct.
If you have the 250, you can do it that way, and get in and do your own,
That's right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Well, that'll be something that I might have to look at myself. I like that. You know that.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Well, thank you so much for giving everybody info on that. But that's just one thing. That's one thing, Mr. Investor and Entrepreneur. We have something more to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. It's Stop Struggling Now. And again, hold on. Let me ask you this. I forgot, because my favorite thing is no barrier to entry. So now, when you invested, was there any requirements other than the cash to invest? Was there background checks? Was there credit? Was there any other thing that would be crazy?
There's nothing else that you have to have. The only thing that lets you, I tell everybody, the only thing that lets you in the game is your finances. You got to have your money together. And it's a bad thing to say, but because a lot of people that would be great in this aren't going to be because they're not financially able to, or they're not ready at this time. And I know this from the past because I know there were some things that I really wanted to get into.
That's right.
I didn't have the finances to get in.
Oh, that's why the rich keep getting richer. That's why, because they have the money. And and there's 50-60%. Well, basically, I say this every live stream almost. 70% of the United States population doesn't even have $1,000 in their bank account. So that now leaves 70% can't even bother to think about it. Correct. Then there's probably another 10 to 20% can't think about it either. So that only leaves like 10% of the population that can even take advantage. And then out of that 10%, who would even know about the investment to begin with? So there's a slim type of area that somebody could get in. So this is why tonight is very special for everybody here at Stop Struggling Now, because now when we do the SSN Lifestyle, I'm going to have to put this up on the Ring of Fire, see if we're going to invest in some of this. This is going to be awesome.
And if everybody gets in, honestly with you, Eric, if they all get in, I don't care if it says 100 of you. It makes no difference.
It doesn't matter.
You're going to make your money back.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. Even if there's thousands of people, that's my whole point. Yes. How many people get a chance to get it? You can invest in it and then get a return, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but up to 9 times.
9 grows. And it's in a contract. It's legally binding. As a matter of fact, the company is going to be going public sometime later this year. So it'll be late this year, beginning of next year, he said. So when they go public, it's going to be on the Dow, which is going to drive it up even more. So
wait. Now you're getting into another area. This is what we talk about, stock markets around here. Yes. Wait, are you when you invested, did they give you any shares of stock or anything?
No, you can't, because they haven't gone public yet.
But
when they go public, you can.
Okay, so your investment that you're putting in now doesn't include any extra shares or anything.
No, all right. It doesn't include stock. Okay. But they're going to come. And I can tell you right now, as soon as it hits the Dow, I'm going on there.
Oh yeah,
I promise you, I am.
I'm going
on there. I'm gonna grab as many as I can get.
All right. So if anybody wants to get into it. So do I have to go through a special person, go through you? How would another person be able to invest?
I can tell you this, because, if I send somebody to you, I got to make sure that I'm not sending 1 million people to you to ask you 1 million questions.
Right.
I have a good friend of mine and myself, and what we do is we just sit up there and get your information and make sure you're serious, and then we give you to them, and it's not a problem. But I don't want to send somebody that's just talking.
Oh no, it's not going to be that.
No, for you, I know you're not talking.
Yeah.
But if I give the information out, like right now, 1 million people start calling them.
Oh no.
And 999,000 of them ain't got enough money to sit up there and like you said, with the $1,000 in their bank account. But I will tell you this though, I'm going to give you the number.
Okay.
Because I know you'll check it just like I'll check it. If anybody wants to get in there, I can just tell you right now, you can go to Goldstein and Ecclestein Advisors at gmail.com and we will get back to you guys, or you guys hit up Eric and I'm going to give him the information because he knows which one of you guys are real and the ones that aren't.
That's right.
And I, the same thing, I would never send somebody to you, Eric, and I know they didn't have it,
That's right.
Or I didn't check and I wasted your time, and you'd be like, Shawn, why did you give my number? They are calling me every day and they got $5 in their account.
No, I have a different plan. Because what you just explained is why I have a different plan. And that's why it's going to fall under the SSN Lifestyle. So basically, I'm going to be spearheading it. And then I'm going to be the one giving out the info. I'm not going to have people, because that could be thousands of people. That'd be crazy. So it'll just be going through my SSN Lifestyle as an investment.
Great to me.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that.
I trust and I know you. There's a difference.
Right.
Like you would never send anybody to me. And we're talking. I'm getting ahead of the game, huh? So I'll hold on transportation in my head for a second. But there's no reason for me to send somebody to you that I know doesn't have it.
That's right.
And I'm gonna
That's
have
right.
to tell them, you guys get it together, and you know, we
Yeah.
can get you guys to them, because I don't want to be the middleman. I won't make a penny. I'm telling you guys
No,
right
no,
now.
no, no.
You know,
That's right. This is an investment.
from me to you guys, I'm not making a penny. I just want everybody to win.
That's
You
right.
know, and the sad thing is, only those that have put the work in, or saved enough money, or have enough investments can do this.
That's correct. That's
You know,
correct.
and it's sad, but it's true.
That's true. That's right. But we're going to change all that, because, you know,
Say that.
rising tides lifts all boats.
Amen.
That's how we do it. And actually, I never even asked you this, but here's Vanessa Comegate, and she says, what would be the risk, if any? I didn't even think about risk, because we're talking about growing, so it didn't seem like a risk, but I'm sure there are.
I can tell you, the only risk you have is the risk of weather. You know, because unfortunately in Oklahoma it snows like a mother's son. The first crop that we had got snowed, and you know, of course, that bud doesn't do good in snow. David, can you put it out for a minute? The snow, and then we got the heat right now. I think they're like 110 out there. So the reason I can give you a little bit more. They got the enclosed units is what they have.
Yeah.
And the reason why their win is that they're growing California bud in Oklahoma. So what they did is they got soil from Humboldt County out here in California. And if anybody knows anything about marijuana, they know that Humboldt County produces some of the best bud anybody wants. They are sought after. Folks are going to jail, you know, every other day, you know, trying to get Cali bud. So we're growing that. They've cloned those buds and things and taking those to Oklahoma. You know, the soil, all of that stuff. I mean, the seeds and stuff, and all the soil is what we have in Oklahoma. So in each one of those things, it's being grown like it was in Oklahoma. I mean, in a Humboldt County. So you know, that's why it's a win-win. I can't give any guarantees on, you know, the amounts or nothing like that. I can just tell you that from my standpoint, I'm a riverboat gambler who, when I go to Thunder Valley, only bets $40. So I on that kind of stuff, I'm not spending money. My wife will spend some money in there. Me, I'm going in there after $40. I'm gonna sit up there and I'm gonna grab me something to eat, sit down and get myself fatter, you know. Oh, see, my wife is trying to ask me right now to go to Thunder Valley. See that, Eric? I started something, man. I started doggone. But in answer to your question, are there any risks? There's always a risk.
That's right.
I think there's a risk if you invest in anything.
Any investment is a risk.
It's a risk. So
That's
never risk or never invest what you can't afford to lose. I will tell you that.
That's exactly right. That's the standard.
Do not, if you can only afford to lose 10,000, find 25 people, you know, and you guys go in, because you could only lose that 10, but you can get it all back, you know.
That's right.
And that's all I can tell you about. I think that's the.
Well, you're talking to the right audience, because this is Stop Struggling Now. And like I always say, we keep it real in the field. And I tell everybody, no matter what investments you do, you cannot do 100% wins. There's always going to be an L along the way. There's just no way around it. Man. So your best laid due diligence and plans and all the thoughts, there's always something that could go wrong. So that is the best advice that you could give to anybody. And then Curtis Davis, after hearing about the rinse and repeat cycle, he loves it. Mr. Financial gets it. I know what he's saying. And then he expounds upon it. Invest one time, 50K, but get back 5 times. He's already done the numbers. Man,
it was that ROI that caught me.
That's right.
You know, because I'm one, I don't partake. But when you tell me I'm going to get 9 grows And at that time, it was just $100,000 buy-in.
Yeah, exactly. That's
So I'm
crazy.
really winning. I got 3 of them.
Right, right. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Beautiful. I love it. Oh, snap. You're kidding. They are going public.
Yes. Oh my God. Listen, and I'm gonna tell you guys ahead of time. As soon as the day that they go public, I'm going to be on that. I heard you guys talking about Robin Hood. I'm gonna be on Robin Hood. I'm gonna be on Thurgood Hood. I'm gonna get out the hood on that day. And
That's
oh man, I'm grabbing so.
Oh, man. All right. Well, we're an hour in, ladies and gentlemen, and please smash the like button. We're here with Shawn Raiford, the Jazz, ShawnRaifordSax.com. Down below in the description, go get his album. Go get his signed album, in fact, right? You still have that signed album situation going on, right on. And he's an investor. He's an entrepreneur. And we talked about, you know what? We talked about marijuana grow house, and we talked about an investment. So stay tuned, SSN Lifestyle members. That's what's going to happen. We're going to see if we can make that happen. And I want to say, we're about to talk about something else. So keep your pen, pads, and papers ready, because if you thought that was something, wait till you find out about this other business. Yeah, all right. Let me do some other stuff. Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, invest and rights to invest more. There you go. Nobody's stopping you. No barrier to entry. And then we have a new member of the channel, Stephanie George, with the icon now. Thank you so much for joining the Stop Struggling Now Nation. This is called Stop Struggling Now Nation, SSN Academy, SSN University. You get it here first, the No Guru Zone. That's how we do it around here. Check bank statements. We not playing.
Yes.
Yes. Check bank statements. Oh, Vanessa Comagate and made a donation. Thank you so much, Vanessa Comagate. I appreciate it. Okay, only $49,995 to go, Shawn. Oh, she's a mess. She's playing around.
I like her. That'll work.
That's right. That's how we got to do it. MDA 0214. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Best way to learn about new investments is New York Times. Every morning, they'll send you free articles of everything that's going on in the world and new technology. Yep, MDA 0214. That's a good source as well. But they don't give everything out. So, but anyhow, that's a direction. I like that information. That helps everybody out. You can go there. You can always check Wall Street has a section in the back. There's all kind of business publications that do that. So welcome aboard, Stephanie. Enjoy the ride. Victor Marrero. Yes, that's Stephanie George, who became a new member. All right, ladies and gentlemen, not one, but we have 2 entrepreneurial business ideas that Mr. Raiford, the jazz saxophone entertainment man, does, but he's a businessman. So we got to talk about the transportation business. So we're going to set this up. I got to set it up a little bit because it's transportation that has the shuttles that have the handicap lifts to them. And he has a transportation business as well that, again, anybody apparently can do this. Yes. But we're going to start it off again. So I always ask, how did you find out about being able to buy these shuttles and turn them into money-making shuttles? Not just any old shuttle where you're collecting that $1 per passenger, but the shuttle business that you're in. Please explain how that works.
Okay, I can tell you what. The way I started, I was driving for my father-in-law. He had a contract with Alta California Regional Center out here in California, and they're big all through the state of California. And they have agencies all over California. And what we do is we transport people with disabilities to and from the day programs, every day. And so I drove for him for about 3 years, and then he didn't want to grow anymore. So he asked me, did I want to get involved? And of course I did. And I had an interview with the guy, and he was in a wheelchair. The guy that interviewed us, and he said, listen, if you guys want to come on, you have to get wheelchair vans. Now I went online and I started looking, and wheelchair vans were running anywhere from 20 to 150 grand, And so I really had to research. And I found a few of them. And they were in Maine, I think it was. It's been so long ago. And I got them for $3,500 each. It cost $1,500 to ship them here. So altogether, I got them for $5,000, and I only ordered two at that time. And then when they came, they were in such great shape. I ordered two more, and then stupidly, I sold those two, and then I ordered another one from out there. And so I have three of the the big wheelchair vans that have the hydraulic lifts and stuff like that. And during COVID, they all got shut down, so they've just been sitting in my yard. And you pay every month on it to be sitting in the yard. But I knew at some point that wheelchair vans were going to be needed, and I ended up having them. And I ended up I'm subcontracting now with the company that has a VA contract. So they're subcontracting with the VA. They contract with the VA, and I'll subcontract with them. And those vans that were sitting are making more than they were paid for a month. you know, I'm making a killing on them right now. As a matter of fact, I had two that were working this week. So 8 times 5 is 4. So it's like $4,000 just this week, and half the money is yours.
Beautiful.
Half the
Beautiful.
money is yours after you pay employees and everything. It's there's a way in transportation, you guys. If you guys would really look into wheelchair vans, and because I have 6 right now,
Wow.
I there's not a transportation company. I can work for the hospitals, doing Medi-Cal if I want to, because Medi-Cal is actually paying more now than they used to back in the day.
Mhm.
But the wheelchair vans, regular minivans you can get and do Uber, Lyft, and all that kind of stuff, but it's really no money. 24 hours, 7 days a week. If you have a wheelchair van, you will get called by every hospital here to take individuals home, or to bring individuals to their dialysis, to bring them to doctor's appointments.
Wow.
But it's every day. Now, if you guys are looking for guaranteed contracts, Alta California Regional Centers out here in California, you just find one in your area, and you give them a call, and you have to fill out a letter of interest, a letter of intent. Um, and you fill that out and just follow these things there. You guys have more questions after that about the ACRC, it's going to be through Eric's group right there, and he'll spearhead all that through, and it's a money maker. I can
Okay.
tell you right now,
So
it's a
so
lot of money.
so again, I always go with the barriers to entry. So I have to have the van, I have to have the insurance. I'm
Yes.
sure there's certain requirements for that. Then is there any requirements as far as the age of the van?
There's no age requirement on the van. There isn't even a mileage requirement, because i
Oh
think
wow.
i think my vans, they're all over about 300,000-400,000.
Oh,
They're good for 1 million.
right.
And I tell everybody, and you don't have to go out and get the brand new Ford Connect vans. You guys can get them if you want to,
Mm,
but to put a new engine in a van is only $2,500.
that's
To
right.
put a new transmission in a van is $1,500. So if you want to be fancy, just go find a very good, nice looking wheelchair van, put a brand new engine, brand new transmission, and you have a brand new engine transmission with 0 miles if that's what you want. You
Beautiful.
know, you can do it that. Now, I will say this, that they do a background check on you, but I think the only background that will preclude you from getting in, or exclude you from getting in, is something regarding um, some type of act, with minors, or
Yeah,
things like
violence, I'm sure, or
some
something of
type
that
some
nature.
some type. It have to be a certain type of violence or something like that. Other than that, I'm not sure,
Okay.
because I do know a few owners that have felonies. I do know a few,
Mhm.
and theirs didn't come up.
Right. Beautiful.
I do know that I do know, but I think it was it's just, finding people that have a passion for people.
That helps. Yeah.
That's all you got to do. Find somebody that has a passion for people, because their nose may not be clean. They
That's
might
right.
soil themselves.
Right.
They might talk a lot in the vans. So what?
Right.
You wouldn't
Right.
have that contract and be able to do what you do and live how you live if they didn't.
That's right.
So, it's all about them. I tell my drivers all the time, if I get in there and the majority of the consumers want to listen to country music, I better hear country music on the radio.
That's right. That's
I
right.
mean that.
That's right.
When they get out, you can put on whatever you want to, but
That's
whatever
right.
they want to listen to is what they listen
I
to.
agree.
But
100.
yeah, but the money comes. I can tell you that now you can do mileage, and get it. I can just tell you this: anything you do mileage wise, you want to get $2 and above per mile.
Okay.
You don't want to go under $2 a mile, and you want to at least get they say 17. I would say at least $20 per pickup. So that means every time you pick up somebody, it's $20. So when you pick them up at their home, it's $20. When you drop them off, I mean, you go back and pick them up in the afternoon or whatever, it's another $20. And that's just a base rate. And then of course the mile per mile,
Okay.
and at the end of the day, you want to at least be 400 or 500 bucks a day. And if you do it right, mileage wise, you should be about $700 a day per van.
Beautiful.
So,
All
and
right.
and if you do hourly, I prefer hourly because I like the guarantee.
Hmm.
Hourly, you want to be 45, $50 or better.
Okay.
You have to be.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Well, you're giving even some more information here. This is great. The financials, that always helps people make decisions. I like it.
Oh yeah.
So the thing is, the funny part is, I told you about the Punta Cana thing on the Dominican.
Yes, you did.
So
We talked about that, Doc.
this place called Vista Cana that's not by the beach is going to require transportation.
Oh,
So when I was there, I was looking for shuttles and all this stuff, but there's none available because the transportation business is so huge. Nobody wants to sell them. They're keeping them.
You better believe it.
Yeah, they weren't selling them, but now you're telling me I could actually buy vans 3,500, 4,000,
Yeah, ship
5,000.
them out there.
That's exactly what's going to happen. I was just like, when you told me that, I was like, oh my
I shipped from Maryland, from Maine, should I say, to California, Sacramento, California.
Yeah,
It's $1,500.
that's right.
But listen, even if it costs you, say you buy it for $3,000 out here, and you ship it out there, and it costs you $5,000. What do you care? You're gonna make that back the first month.
Exactly. So when you started talking about this vans, and I was like, wait a minute, I can actually buy one of these for less than $5,000.
Of course.
It's like, oh my goodness, you just made me have a new business on the island. Oh man. All right. Well, let's get into some questions. Here we go. Who does the maintenance on those vans? Serving the VA is awesome.
I have two. I have because I have a port or where I have my little hub here in Sacramento, and it's a guy by the name of Mr. Tree. He does all my vans. He's a mobile mechanic. So in my vans, he'll be working on somebody's van. He's a mobile mechanic. If one of mine breaks down on the freeway, he'll leave his job there and go and take and service my vehicle and get me on the road going. And plus, I have an office manager that will take another van to them to make sure that the consumers and everybody are, that they're moving fine. Plus, we have AAA cars, and I have a place called Yuba Tires out in Yuba City, and a guy named Mo out there, and he just services all my vehicles out there. So you have to find you a very good mechanic. I would prefer you find a mobile mechanic because if you're in at like Mo is at Yuba Tires, and he's there, he can't leave.
Right. Exactly.
He has to stay there.
Right.
So I don't have a mobile one in Yuba City, but Mo has been gracious enough to start sending his drivers his workers that work with him. He sends them out now to go get my vans and, get my drivers moving and stuff like that when my manager's taking other vehicles out there. But a mechanic is your best friend in transportation. You can never, ever treat them bad. I tip them, man, like they were the bartender. You hear me?
Yeah.
And I don't even drink, but I tip them like they're a bartender.
That's right.
And they take good care of me.
Yeah, they're the lifeblood.
Yes,
even with personal vehicles, a couple years ago, I was telling people, you spend a lot of money on the maintaining vehicles. So what you should be doing is find a mechanic that does great work, who doesn't try to charge you $125 an hour or more.
Man,
And when you find that guy, then you
keep
have
them.
to keep him for life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in Sacramento, I got a couple guys that's like that for me.
Hey, I've
So
had missing trees since 2003.
there you go. Exactly. I have two guys from 1995.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it's crazy. All right. So let's see here. Let me see. Oh, yeah. How were you able to get into the VA system? Do you have to do an application or something like that? We kind of touched on the application, but did you have to contact someone to get into the VA, or how did that actually go?
That it actually got thrown in my lap. My insurance agent, it was, he's and the company that I'm subcontracting with, they have the contract in Southern California and Northern California for the VA, and they just started, so they needed more vehicles, to get going. And so because they needed more wheelchairs because they're harder to get, they reached out to me again in the right place at the right time. But again, I had it. I
That's right.
had the vehicles and they were just sitting there.
Yeah.
So,
That's
you know,
amazing.
but to get a VA contract, I have no idea how to get a VA contract. I'm just subcontracted with the people there. And so you can subcontract with people that have transportation companies for the VA, for Kaiser, for Sutter. You can subcontract and
Right.
make your amount of money.
Mm-hmm. I
Yes.
love it. That's perfect. Right on. All right, hold on. We have Diesel Mike is in the house. He has the icon next to his name. That means he's a member of the channel. Good evening, Eric and SSN family. Right on, Diesel Mike. Thank you so much for being here on the SSN Nation Friday Night Live. All right, we had this new member, Stephanie George, and she's saying thank you to everyone that said welcome to the party. All right, the passenger pays you directly, or does the insurance pay the transportation bill? The drivers are key. That's true. He or she will make you or break you. That helps.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can tell you with me, I get paid directly from my contract with Alta. I get paid directly from my contract with the company that has the VA.
Right.
Um, I don't like getting money from the consumers themselves because sometimes they have it,
Right.
most they don't,
Right.
and I don't want my drivers driving with any money in their
That's
hand.
right. That's exactly right.
Because in the times that we're living in today, what happens is if you have a receipt in your pocket with a bank statement and they see you had $200 in your account, you're subject to get hit over the head with a sack of nickels, for that little $200 you had in there.
That's
So
right.
if they know your drivers have money, you don't want to do that. You rather get the money coming straight to your account and you pay your drivers.
That's right. That's beautiful. That's how you got to do it these days. Cashless is best.
Oh, you cannot do cash.
That's
Never
right.
do cash.
Especially if you're dealing with the public. Any cash is not a good thing.
Never.
So, all right. So let me talk about something personally about the vans. Do they have a requirement on how many seats or occupancy, or what's the size for some vans could be 18 passengers, some could be 20 some passengers.
Yeah,
So
no matter what it is, they just have to be compliant. I think like I have 3 minivans and they only fit 1 wheelchair in each one of those minivans. I can fit 2 in one of them, but they're so squished it's not comfortable. I'd rather they be comfortable. There are no requirements for any seats other than the 1 wheelchair person you put in there. My big Econoline E250s, they fit 2 wheelchair consumers along with 1, 2, 3 other people in there, a passenger and 2 right behind the driver.
Okay.
On those big vans like that, but those aren't required to have. You just want to be able to sit each one of the consumers in a seat, especially with COVID right now.
That's
It's
right.
real good to have those big vans. They feel more comfortable being in the back of the van and the driver way in the front. It's 6 feet distance, window down, and you guys are great. Of course you can keep the air on, to keep them comfortable in the back and things like that. But there's no requirement there, but they have to be ADA compliant. Make
Right.
sure you never purchase a wheelchair van that is not ADA compliant. It's 56 to 60 inches of room to get them in the vans, stuff like that. But you'll know if they're ADA compliant because the person selling it will let you know, and you'll be able to tell when you get in there. You'll see the see on the door that
Okay.
they're ADA compliant vans.
All right. This is beautiful. So again, this appears to be what I like. No barrier to entry other than you actually having the product or the money to make it happen.
If
So,
you had a wheelchair van today,
mhm,
I can tell you right now, I can get you with this company over here in Sacramento, and I know they will take you. They're
wow.
trying. They're waiting on those Ford Connect vans to come. But there's a chip issue with the new ones that are coming out, and
Right.
until they get here, and they're saying possibly they're going to start back the assembly on them in October. That's not going to happen, Doc. It's not going to happen this year. The
Exactly.
COVID numbers are spiking. So
Exactly.
you just continue to go, and after a while, they're going to be like, "Why are we getting these vans? Or we're making money off these guys doing the work. We don't have to do it." They're gonna start getting. They're gonna get wise.
That's
Watch.
correct. That's correct. Well, we have Brooklyn Daddies in the house. Welcome to the
BD.
SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Happy fam. Hey, fam. Right on, Brooklyn Daddy. Thank you so much for being here. And we have our special guest, Shawn Raiford, in the house. Yes, you do see the jazz artist. Yes, you heard some of that intro music, but you can get his album. There's a link down below strictly to ShawnRaifordSax.com. Got to go there and pick it up. And we've been talking about entrepreneurism. We've been talking about grow houses, marijuana. Now we're talking about the transportation business. And in both cases, there's no barrier to entries, but you do need some cash. It's an investment. So that is so beautiful. Once again, I like that transportation business, but here in Florida, the nation's retirement capital, the competition may be feared. Yeah, it could be, but you never know. Because
not for wheelchairs. For
exactly.
wheelchair vans, it's never going to be fierce because nobody wants nobody wants to deal with the wheelchairs.
That's
because
correct.
you have to get somebody that takes care of your hydraulic lift. Because I had to replace 2 of them, and they're
Right.
$8,500 a piece.
Wow.
Right. So you never want to have to replace them. But
Yeah.
that's because, of course, I wasn't doing the training when I first started. I know better now.
Right.
So there's training required every month. Even though they've been doing it, my same drivers have been working those wheelchair vans forever. They're going to have to keep getting trained because I want to make sure I'm not blowing another one of those things out again.
You got that right. 8,500 for the hydraulic.
To get that hydraulic thing and make sure that lift is correct.
And that's the number. You can buy another van before you.
I can buy another van, put a brand new engine, brand new transmission. I can change the whole catalytic converter system. Everything in that doggone thing will be cheaper than me getting another hydraulic lift for that van.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, there's a nugget right there. That's impressive. Impressive. So again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're here on the Friday night, we're talking about investments. We've been talking about music. This has been a special treat because we talk about all of it all the time. And I appreciate you taking the time, Shawn, and being here with us tonight.
And I appreciate you. You already know.
Yeah. Vanessa Comagate says, wow, another good investment. But I made another investment. I just brought my man with the horn CD. Right on.
Thank you.
Right
Bless
on.
You.
Vanessa.
Thank you.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, Vanessa. I appreciate that. Wow. That is cool. Heartfelt music. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday Night Live. I'm so happy to see you here. And now you have the icon next to your name. He has become a new member of the channel as well. So thank you so much. Right on, Brooklyn Daddy with the LOL. Right on, man. All right, Shawn. Well, I'm going to let you run now. We've been on here about an hour and a half. So whoever hasn't bought the album, you got to go down below and get the link, get the album. In fact, I got to tell you something I forgot to mention. When you go to your website, you got to drop me some singles on there.
Yes,
you don't
sir.
have singles on your website.
I don't. And I can tell you right now, the single that's out is called In the Moment. It's like a Frankie Beverly and Mays type groove to it, But I'm definitely going to put the same. I will make sure that they put that on over the weekend. You're right. I will make that happen.
Yeah, funny you mentioned that. Actually, I did it in the intro before you came, or you might have came on when I was playing it. I did In the Moment because that's my favorite song. It's
I
so
appreciate
smooth.
that, Doc. Yes, sir.
So yeah, so I did that first because I only have it. That doesn't have the video yet.
Yes.
So I played the just the music by itself with your album cover showing, and then the song after that I played the Good Vibrations video.
Oh yeah, I
from
love that
Cabo.
one.
So that's how we do it. All
I'm
right,
going back to Cabo, man. I got to go back there, man.
Hey, anytime you're ready, man, I'm down.
I will call you.
Yeah, call me, man.
Hey, you'll probably get me where I can play inside a restaurant out there, man.
Hey, actually, I got a spot.
See that? See you guys? You guys hear this? I told you.
I got a spot. Here, this is DJ Robbie D from Philly is in the house with the icon next to his name. What's up, SSN Nation? Time to get some nuggets. Yes, Robbie D. We've been giving nuggets for an hour and 25 minutes. And Robbie D, DJ Robbie D, I know you don't play jazz music, but you got to check out my man, Shawn Raiford, and maybe in the background or when you're doing warming up for your set, you got to play some Shawn Raiford. All right. Man. So check it out. The links are down below. And if you check out the start of this live stream, I played 2 of his songs before we started doing the live stream. And since we're at an hour and 25 minutes, once again, please smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. All right. Okay, Shawn. So let the wife know we're going to let you go on shortly.
You got it, my man.
I'm going to go down the list just in case we had any more questions. Oh, it's just thank you. Thank you, Shawn. God bless you and your fam. Another one, Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial says, thanks, Shawn.
No problem.
All right. And lots of love deals, says Mr. Financial Curtis Davis. All right, man. Well, I'm going to let you get out of here. And I want to thank you once again, man.
Hey, anytime, man. Let me know. I'll come back again, Doc. I ain't got nothing else to do.
I hear you, man. I hear you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Yes,
all right.
Sir.
You got it.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Right on. Thanks,
all right,
man.
Doc.
You got it. Cassandra Renee said thank you again.
Hey, all right, Cassandra.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
My brother. Yes, sir. God bless you, man.
You too, man. Thanks a lot. All right, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. You heard it right here. Not only did you know he does jazz music, but now you found out about 2 awesome investments. Unbelievable. Who knew that was going to come up? And who talks about this? I'm pretty sure there's probably some people on YouTube or whatever talking about it, but how many people are talking about it like we do? No barriers to entry. You gotta love that, right? I do. And that also means you know what's coming on the SSN Lifestyle. You know what's coming. We're going to have to see if we can get enough people to invest once we get this up and operational. All right. So some people are new here. They may be going, what's the SSN Lifestyle, right? All right. Well, here's what I'm going to do. Since we're an hour and 26 minutes in, I'm going to get myself a little drink. And so the SSN Lifestyle video is about a minute long, so you guys can check it out. Everybody who hasn't seen it before will see this now. It's not a new one. It's just the old promo. So you guys can SSN Lifestyle. Do you want to travel and see the world? Stay in luxurious accommodations. Have peace of mind and relaxation. The financial freedom to enjoy the life you deserve? Well, welcome to the SSN Lifestyle. Your financial health will create your wealth. We're here to help you drive to your destination of greatness. And we have the start button. If you are willing to learn, put in the work, and help others achieve their goals and dreams, then please join us for a better future. And welcome to the SSN Lifestyle. We will help you create happiness and freedom to enjoy life. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen that before, that's part of the SSN Lifestyle. And what is so amazing is what I'm talking about here, what I've always been talking about, is How do you make money whenever there's like a refer a friend, where there's affiliate marketing, where there's even network marketing type companies, and you're signing people up? That's all you seem to be doing, and then buying overpriced products. Now I'm changing the game, because what we're going to be buying into are companies that can make money. And even though I had no idea about the weed grow, marijuana growing business, nothing about the transportation business on this level, little did I know that that could possibly be investment opportunities for members of SSN Lifestyle. And just so you know, what we're talking about is I'm trying to get it so everybody can invest. So what I'm saying is we are going to put in our group. So some people might only have $500. Some people might have 10,000, but it's all percentage. So whatever you invest will be a percentage. So we may be able to invest in these companies. Then just like the Grow company, which is a perfect example, 12 months later, you start receiving returns. So now you're still, that money's sitting there. You start getting returns coming in, and you're making money while you sleep. That's the beauty of this, right? What other company does that, right? Now we have the transportation opportunities possibly. That makes money weekly. So any investment means you can every month have money coming in from your investment, just like it should be. These are the kind of things that we're going to be doing with SSN Lifestyle, all right? Amongst other things as well. Because, of course, lifestyle, as you saw in the video, we got to be going around having fun. So, of course, that's some of those things. All right, Shawn on the horn, Eric on the vocals, and Vanessa commentate. That's how we do it. Right on. Beautiful. Going in the studio tomorrow, work on blues album. This is what I do. Oh, DJ Robbie D does some blues, does some smooth music. Right on. Did not know that. Check it out. Robbie D, cool. All right, let me know what you guys thought of listening to Shawn Raiford today talking about being an entrepreneur, an investor. Let me know what you guys thought about these opportunities, because again, there's no barrier to entry. So that only means one thing. That means you need to get your extra streams of income up, because the more streams of income you have, the more money you can invest. And that old saying just keeps going. Why the rich get richer is because they can make these type of investments, while the ordinary citizen, the OCs, can't. The people that are usually working 9 to 5 or 7 to 7, you know, living paycheck to paycheck, they can't make these investments. So needless to say, just like we had on tonight, when we're talking about the transportation biz, we're talking about the marijuana business, just in that in itself, if a person had like $50,000, $100,000, $10,000, you could have made investments and be making money daily and weekly just off of that small amount. Only if you know. If you're not on this, how many people even know that you could do this? I never even knew you could do the marijuana business this way. The transportation business, I did know about that a little, but not how easy it is to get into it. All right? That is what's so interesting. It's a beautiful thing to know. All right. Tiffany Young is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Always great info. I can't believe he was able to get the vans at that price. Hey, Tiffany Young, me neither. You know, I'm going to probably have to start looking for some vans, because I didn't realize they were that cheap. I'm sitting over there in Dominican Republic asking people, where can I get vans? Because while I was there, I was just going to buy something and then let it sit over there for another year and a half, or start doing some transportation, because I have a couple guys that drive. And then there was none available. And the ones that were available were used, like 20 years old, used badly, 700,000 miles on them. So I was like, that's not an option. But as far as anything good, nothing available. So now if I would have known, I could have bought one for $3-4 grand and then shipped it over there for $2 grand or less. I mean, Jesus. Because needless to say, all the building that's going on, whether you're in Cancun, whether you're in Dominican Republic, whether you're in somewhere in America, if you have vans for transportation, that is going to be major in a vacation rental area. So to me, that's something that should be considered to add on to your streams of income. So that was beautiful. All right. Let's see what else we got tonight. And of course, now you know how we do it. You can talk about anything you want to talk about here, ladies and gentlemen. Always great info. I can't believe the vans. Yes. Curtis Davis, excellent info by Shawn. Yes, it was. Thank you so much. I like the wheelchair vans, but wondered about obtaining the contracts. Vanessa Comagate. Okay, so apparently from what he's saying, what was it, Alta? Because I think you're in SoCal, so you've seen the Alta vans. They don't have enough vans to service the amount of customers. That's what the kicker is, because you just heard what he said. When that hydraulics go out on that wheelchair lift, he was talking about $8,500. Now, that's high-risk maneuvers there. So, therefore, you best believe hydraulics go out. And now I know why I used to see these wheelchair vans sitting in storage locations 2, 3, 4 deep. And I was like, man, wonder why these vans are sitting here. Now I have an idea. At $8,500 or more to fix hydraulics, that's pretty pricey. So the contracts, though, is you just have to ask. That's pretty much it. There's other companies who actually need other vans. It seems to be something, what I call attrition, right? So a van's rolling and you get to a certain amount of mileage. Now all of a sudden they break down. Vans all over could be breaking down. So now what do? They have to find somebody that has one that they can service their clientele, because who wants to miss out on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 G's a week, right? So that's why it's pretty simple, I think. It all depends. He has not only plan A, but plan B and C just in case. I can appreciate that. There you go, Victor Marrero. You also have plan A, B, C, D, E as well. It's just that we don't look at it that way. But yeah, he's got it right. The marijuana biz sounds amazing. The growing in versus the selling in. There you go, Vanessa Comagate. That's why the guys in South America and Mexico, the cartels, make money, because they are the manufacturers. They don't even have to sell the product. That's what beauty of it is. Same thing here. Curtis Davis, U.S. government recommended the average person only invest 10% of annual income, or 10K. But truly, the knowledge of investing more important, financial IQ. I agree with that, Mr. Financial. Got to do your due diligence so I can buy vans to transport. Robbie D, that's right. Wheelchair vans is what it's all about, because he did mention minivans. So it's almost the wheelchair aspect of this, because start thinking about this. When you start realizing baby boomer generation, they were at one time and still pretty much has a high percentage of the population, like 30%, all right, who are now over 60 years old. That is 30 million people, or somewhere thereabouts, 30 to 40 million people. How many of those millions need wheelchairs? And some of these people in the baby boomers are 80, 85, 75, 80, So we're talking about millions of people need wheelchair van access. So I think there's going to be more and more citizens, and especially now that you have this COVID scenario, how many more people are now ill and are sitting in wheelchairs that need transportation to and from? And not only is it just wheelchair, think about just being elderly and somebody sitting at all those rest homes where people are at their apartments and things like that. They're not in a wheelchair, but they'll need a van or transportation. So it's not all about the wheelchair, it's about transportation. So keep that in mind. Yes, I have seen those vans. I'm in Los Angeles. Yeah, the Alta, exactly. They're in Southern Cal. Yes, I like the transportation biz, but you have to think insurance, where to keep them, maintenance, etc. Having a contract with VA will be nonstop business. There you go. You got that right, Victor Marrero. There goes another contract that's nonstop. How do I buy them and where should I place them? Robbie D, DJ Robbie D from Philly. Well, basically, he just looked around. Auto Trader, Craigslist. He just searched just like anywhere else for the vans. That's all he did. It's fair game for everybody. But he said, in his case, he bought something from Maine. $3,500 from Maine, $1,500 to transport over here. But wherever you're searching, you're an investor. This is what you do. No matter what you're investing in, you search around and find the property or find the item that you need as an investment. Just like when I always talk about the liquidation.com and bid on pallets, and then people turn around and sell them on Amazon and eBay and Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace and Instagram shopping and Pinterest shopping and all that. So that's the whole thing right there. Vanessa Comagated, Tiffany Young, hey fam. Yes, cash in on baby boomers because those 30 million people have well-funded retirements and need services. That's correct. In fact, if you guys have missed some of the videos that I've done about our financial wealth and well-being in America, the baby boomers are holding the most amount of assets and wealth. That's it. So now you know what's happening. They have the money. So therefore, that's why you're able to make thousands of dollars per week just by one van. In profits, by the way. So that is beautiful. Vanessa Comagate, hey, I hope your real estate deal comes together soon so we can hear all about it. That's right. Vanessa Comagate, we got to hear about that. We got to know about it. But I know a little bit about it because she sent me some info. But I won't talk about it till we get that, we get that going. So all is good. I got to send Shawn a message. Yeah, I'm letting them know we're still talking about it. All right. So let me know, ladies and gentlemen. I'm guessing a lot of you probably thought the same way I did when he started telling me about all this. And I was like, come on, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. I love it. So I was happy that he could be on tonight because this was awesome. And now Wilson Koo, here we go. Here goes Wilson Koo. He's in the house. He's a lone person. And you can get funding for that asset. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Wilson Koo has just now labeled the van as an asset because it does make money. It's a business. And now we have a second maneuver. If you have a contract already kind of lined up, you can use that to get a loan to get your van. Let me know if that's correct, Wilson Koo, because that's what we used to be able to do back in the day. All right. So let me know because that's the way we do it. We have contracts lined up. We can borrow against our contracts. Kev's Tiffany, I sent Eric info on Mexico as far as my Florida deal. It's in the works. That's right. We can't talk about the Florida deal till we make sure she has this under contract, ladies and gentlemen. Mexico, yes, I did receive it, but I did not understand, which actually, since you're here, we'll talk about it. The Mexico, let me know something because it looked like they were asking for a $100,000 deposit. Then they were asking for 15% during construction and then another 15%. So I didn't know how much these things cost. If you're putting down $100,000, how much do these properties cost? That's what I couldn't tell. So, but we'll figure it out. How can I connect with the guy you just had on? You can't, DJ Robbie D. You're going to have to send me a message. Send me a message. All right. So that's how we got to do it. You know, Eric at StopStrugglingNow.com or support at StopStrugglingNow.com. Either one of those will work. That's Shawn Raiford, by the way. And again, Shawn Raiford, musician, jazz, saxophone player. Down below in the description is a link to his album where you can also go to his website and it has shirts and gear just like us. All right. So you have choices there. And I have a link down below also for Amazon. So if you want one of his singles, then you can go to Amazon and buy the single separately. Either way, he still gets paid just a little bit less when you go through Amazon. Invest in the vans and farm strategic. Buy now. Watch the 5X returns. There you go. There you go. Wilson Koo. Details, please. Vanessa Comagate. I'm sure he's going to line it up for you because it's capital equipment. Wilson Koo, here we go. You can get a loan for capital. There he goes. Capital equipment, which is what the vans would be. And your contract should also at least have a deposit so we can tell that it's not a paper business. There you go. Wilson Koo. There we go. He's done lined it up for you, ladies and gentlemen. No barriers to entry. Okay, I shouldn't say that. Wilson Koo, let me know what if there's any requirements, because now you have the equipment, which is an asset that you can borrow against the equipment, ladies and gentlemen. Then you have a contract in place, which is, of course, on paper, and it's a contract. That is also worth something. So let me know if you're still going to have to do a personal credit check, or what the credit scores have to be, or something of that nature, because I do not believe you have to, or we didn't have to in the years past. Robbie D, I'm a drummer over 30 years. Right on. Wow. Okay, it's not only a DJ, but a drummer too? Right on. Asset generating revenue, land or van, 3 months of revenue, proof of concept, the floodgates open. Mr. Financial says it best, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I love about Stop Struggling Now. We have all these people that have experience and knowledge on how to get things done. And some of this includes no qualifying, no credit check, but you will have to obtain the asset, which is what we're all about here in 2021. Get assets, ladies and gentlemen. The more, the merrier, because when inflation kicks in at 20% next year, you're going to wish you had that extra income. In fact, I challenge anybody to go look around and look up how much it costs to rent homes right now. It's going to blow your mind away. All right? That's just inflation that's off the charts. Andreen Miller is in the house with the icon next to her name, and she says, "Hi, Eric," and her signature and the SSN Academy. Yes, Andreen Miller, thank you so much for being here on the Friday Night Live. And in case you missed the previous talk with Shawn Raiford, the investor, the entrepreneur, SSN Academy, SSN University was in full effect. We were talking about different type of businesses that a person can invest in and ways that you can make money. So thank you so much for being here once again. Equipment, lease back, credit, and contract loans. There you go. That's all on the line. This is what the big boys do. This is what people do not understand. I've been talking about this for years to everybody here at Stop Struggling Now. It's not so much that you need the money. It's so much that you need to know what to do about finding opportunities that you can get into. So like right now, let's just say, for instance, somebody did have 2 or 3 or 4 grand and you can get a van. And then, of course, you can go around and tell people you have a van and somebody will shoot you a contract. Then you can go over and see Wilson Koo. And who knows, you could already have the funding for it. So, yes, you might have spent the 4 grand, but now you might have additional funding at, I don't know what type of rate, probably 7-8%. But the fact of the matter is you can get back that money and then use the revenue coming in to pay back the loan, and you still have back your 4, 5, 6 grand that you spent. That's how we do it. That way you keep money in your pocket, right? It would require a minimum credit score, here we go, of 650, and they will look at bank statements. And if you are startups, they will have a different play for those. Yeah, if you're a startup, they're probably going to require, what do you think? I don't know, Wilson Koo, you're in the industry, what, 5 or 6 months worth of reserves, something along that line. So there's ways to do it. And by the way, if you're a startup, there's also companies out there for business credit down below, Capital on Tap. All right, there's Capital on Tap down below. If you run your expense software through Divvy, then you can also get lines of credit from Divvy. There goes another option. So not only can Wilson Koo possibly fund you, but if you're going to be a startup, you can actually get a credit card from Capital on Tap. The links are down below, by the way. There's business links down below. If you want business funding, business loans, business lines of credit, there's ways to do it. You can search the channel and look for business credit videos. Also down below, get your stocks from Robinhood and Webull. Get your free shares of stock. They're down below as well. Click on the links. Doesn't cost you anything. Just sign up, load up your email so they can verify it and attach your bank account. You don't have to deposit, just attach your bank account, and then they will ship you some free stocks in 7 to 10 days. That's how we do it. All right, 6 months minimum for reserves. Yeah, no surprise there. That's standard issue for startups. But there's still a way to do it, right? So everybody can have their opportunities when it comes to investments. So this was awesome tonight. I was so excited to have him on, especially after he went to Oklahoma about 2 weeks ago, I think it was. So we were going to have him on that Friday, but he was in Oklahoma or Texas. So it was good that we did it two weeks later. So this is pretty awesome. All right, startups are different as they have what we call SLOC. Yeah. Wilson Crew, okay, thanks. Yeah, there's always ways to do something. So it all depends. So, all you do is come to here on the live streams, and then we talk about it, right? We have people in the house that are familiar with financing, and there's so many different ways you can do it. There's also like Fundbox. You can go there. There's so many opportunities. And down below, I have other links like CorePay. CorePay One. They just started up where they're doing a software version that does the expense reporting for your business. They will also give you somewhat of a net, I call it like net 20, net 30, net 40 in reality, but they're kind of giving you like a line of credit, which you can build it up being a new business. So that helps. And by the way, Divvy, you can be a sole proprietorship and still use their software and still get lines of credit. So you don't even have to have your LLCs and all that in place to work with Divvy. And the expense software is very important because a lot of people don't understand and don't like accounting. But if you run your business through this software, then you can call up an accountant and they will be able to track and even do your tax returns for your business easier than just putting it down on like a spreadsheet or any other forms that you're using. All right. So just keep in mind, the links are down below. Make sure you use those. All right. Banks and financial companies don't want the asset, but the interest. You keep the bulk of the ROI. Exactly. Very well said, Mr. Financial. Cassandra Renee, how can we get into the marijuana farm? Cassandra Renee, you're going to have to stay tuned. Make sure you go down below in the description and get the sign up for the newsletter, because what's going to happen is I'm not going to run this across for everybody, because what's going to end up happening, I'm just going to put it plain and simple. I don't want to do it this way where I'm going to give out the info and then after this video drops, there could be hundreds of other people that's going to see it, thousands of other people, and then calling him up. So we're going to run it through the SSN Lifestyle. If somebody wants to invest, SSN Lifestyle is going to spearhead it, and then you can invest along with the group, and it'll be a percentage type of thing. So we're going to talk about that another day. But SSN Lifestyle actually, in fact, I'm going to you guys can go to ssnlifestyle.com right now. You'll see. In fact, let me just show you guys something. Let me show you how it goes. Keep in mind, I will say this again. We have an SSN Lifestyle Founders Club, and founders would have first choice. So in other words, let's just say we were able to get in with the growth situation and they said 250 grand. And then let's just say all the founders had together 250 grand. That means members will not be able to get into that project. But now let's say the founders said, nah, I don't want to do it. You know, you can do it all together or separate, however you want to do it. But let's just say only one member of the founders said, well, I'll put 25K in. Now that means it's 175K less. So now the rest of the members who have joined as SSN membership, who are not founders, can now all be a part of this remaining amount to see if we can make this happen. So that's how it's going to work. And here's on the screen, you can see SSN Lifestyle right now. You can already see pre-launches on here. You can already see Ring of Fire. That is what our Shark Tank is going to be. People can come in and pitch us. So in other words, it's not just going to be about the van. It won't be about marijuana. It could be about property. It could be about even what Will does, hotels. It could be about anything. But basically, having people present opportunities to you at no cost, that's the beauty of it, which is why I always love Shark Tank, because they get to sit in chairs and then they have companies come to them to pitch them for them to make extra money without having to go find those companies. That's what I'm doing here. But the backdrop to this whole thing, which is very important to me, is that when we invest in these companies, then the revenue and the profits are going to be going right back to you who invested in it. And some of the profits that the company makes is going to also go back to all of the members. So not just the members that invested, the members that invested get their points, their share, but then the company makes a little bit of profit too. So therefore, we're going to put that into other members as well, being a part of the SSN lifestyle. That's what we like to do here, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure everybody wins. So I'm going to show you guys just a little preview. We haven't gotten it fully up. I mean, well, you can sign up actually, but here's the Ring of Fire. Nothing special about that. Let me see. I'll do a little tour. Here's some Founders Club, Lifestyle Founders Club membership. Now, you guys know, here it is here. Now, look, PayPal buttons are in effect. Somebody was asking me about credit. Well, there's a PayPal credit button, which is beautiful. It was Auntie Val actually asked me about this on Wednesday night, and I didn't think I was going to include it, but with the new process that happened, it looks like PayPal credit. That's an opportunity there. And of course, you can go to the SSN Lifestyle. This is live actually right now. I just haven't promoted it at all. And then, of course, just so people can see the SSN Lifestyle membership, it's $149.99. And then, of course, everybody wants to know how much is this going to cost me? $19.99. And by the way, there's an affiliate component to this where you can refer other people into the membership. You can refer other people into situations that are going to come up like this. For instance, the vacation rentals is easy to show. And I actually have something down here, but nobody can buy anything right now. You can only sign up for the SSN Lifestyle Founders Club, and you can actually sign up for the SSN Lifestyle membership. Two separate things. But here's something right here, vacations. These are going to eventually be where a person can click on there and actually buy these weeks. And then, of course, if you're an SSN founder, the prices are going to be less than this. These are already outstanding prices, but the price are going to be less than this for Founders Club members. And also the price is going to be a little less for SSN Lifestyle members, because basically you can promote these, refer other people to these, and they will have to pay what we will call the retail price. And then the profit is going to be shared amongst you and anybody that referred you, kind of thing like that. So we have that going on. We're going to have investments going on. We're going to have articles that's going to be here, like the wealth articles, financial freedom and information. Of course, health, you know, your health is your wealth. So there's going to be a little articles on that. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully, if anybody's interested, you can actually sign up now if you want to. There's going to be a membership component, an affiliate back office. So you'll be able to have an affiliate link to sign up other people, refer other people. So therefore, it's all going down. So hopefully you guys like that a little bit. All right, let's see. Hold on now. Right on. DJ Robbie D, I have Divvy. It's the truth. Exactly, Robbie D. It's robust. Divvy is so huge and big that a lot of people think it's too much. So that's why I had to do the recent video on Corpay, because Corpay is a smaller version of Divvy. So you don't have the lines of credit that Divvy will give you. They don't have the extra cards that they'll give you for your business. So you can actually, debit cards is what I'm talking about, with the Visa or MasterCard logo is what Divvy gives you. So you can give all your employees. In fact, you can give anybody. They give you unlimited cards. So that's something that I'm thinking about. So they can give I can give every member a card, which is awesome. So this presents a whole nother opportunity on how people can get paid. And then it could be on a card already. It's a debit card in reality. All right. So that's beautiful. Cash flow, the key. If private investors see high ROI, they will give the loan. That's exactly right. That's how it always works. If they can see that money and the ROI coming in, they join. They do it. All right. Eric, will you be setting up a group for the marijuana biz? Vanessa Comagate, yes. That's going to be part of the SSN lifestyle. So, yes, that's going to happen. That's going to be something that we're going to be doing. All right. Get my contact info from Eric and we can see what you were doing and what you were qualified for. There you go. Anybody needs to reach me, just hit support@stopstrugglingnow.com. All right. That's it. That's all you have to do. Or you can always do eric@stopstrugglingnow.com. But either way, it comes back from support@stopstrugglingnow.com. Marijuana farms are not easy business, but very lucrative if you have the right people. That's it entirely. Anybody can put seeds in the ground and try to grow something, but what they're trying to do in Oklahoma is something that is, let's call it, it's risky. Trying to take soil from another area of the country and plant it in a different area with different weather patterns, with different soils. It's very interesting. So I appreciate what they're trying to do, but we'll see how it all works out. All right, SSN University or SSN Hedge Fund. That's how we're going to do it, Curtis Davis. You know it. But we're having a membership. Remember that. It's a membership. So we're going to work this out. Just like I say, just like on Shark Tank. I'm about to get into an app business with developers that will make Tinder a joke. And real professionals will be able to get a whole new way to online dating world. And we generate income from, hey, you know what? Dating apps from time immemorial, access to men, women via video or that Tinder thing, swipe right, swipe left. Again, I have stories that I got to tell you guys about. And we were at the San Francisco, what was it, Super Bowl 50. And we're getting ready to go into the one of the parties, and we're sitting at the parking lot. It was so I'm sitting there. Everybody's getting their wristbands. We're getting ready to go in the party. All of a sudden, my nephew comes up, and he's swiping his phone, doing this. And I was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, don't you know about this app called Tinder?" I was like, "Why would I know about an app called Tinder? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh yeah, we swipe left, swipe right, and that means if they're interested, we'll get a swipe on us, and then we'll contact." I was like, "Man, I don't. That's crazy. That's too crazy." And so that's when it first came out. And anything that has to do with men and women and sex and dating and things like that, for whatever reason, it always works. It's incredible. So Wilson Koo, let me see about this here. He's saying he got I'm about to get into an app business with developers that will make Tinder a joke. So are they looking for investors? That's the kicker here, right? That's what we're trying to do from business. Yeah, that's what I want to know. Thank you, Cassandra Renee. Thank you so much. And membership, that's right. I love it. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. Chili Davis, great investment tips. Andrew Miller, how much to join SSN Lifestyle? It depends. If you want to be in the Founders Club, it's $2,195. Then it's $19.99 a month. If you want to be in the Lifestyle membership, it's $149.99, and it's still $19.99 a month. That's what it's going to be. There will be a free component as well, but a free component just means you can send people to join. Yes, you can receive some little bit of commission for that, and you can do that as well. But that hasn't been set up yet for the membership levels because we're in pre-launch. So again, expect over the next few days, anybody that signs up, let's say tonight or tomorrow, that's fine. But eventually you're going to be into the, you'll have an affiliate link, so then you can refer other people. How do I sign up? Robbie D, you got to go to ssnlifestyle.com. That's how you can sign up right now. We have capital products for entrepreneurs and startups, lines of credit program, and some have 700 credit requirements or co-sign with someone who has 700 plus scores, and some have 0% interest. Welcome to the big leagues, ladies and gentlemen. 0% interest. And then you wonder why corporations and businesses can turn around and buy things for ungodly amounts of money. You would be able to, too, if you have 0% interest or 1% or 2% interest loans. That's how we do it. we send you a brief on the app, and you will see how the game will be changing. Hey, Wilson Koo, are you able to give me a brief on the app? Please send it to me. All right? Please do that. We're 2 hours in, ladies and gentlemen, and we had an awesome conversation tonight with Shawn Raiford, the sax man, Shawn Raiford, sax.com, the man that's a jazz musician. Down below in the description, you can go buy some of his music. But more importantly, we talked about investment opportunities and business. Anybody can get in, but you're going to need a little bit of extra money to invest. And then remember, investments are always a risk. All right, let's see. Lots of love. 2014, living in LA, Tinder app. There you go. That's it exactly. Out of control. We may have an investment opportunities. They told me initial investment as low as $1K up to $1 million, and I worked myself into business partnership discussion. There you go, Wilson Koo. Let me know if you can send me anything right now, or if this is going to be, that NDA situation. Let me know. And I got to get a drink, ladies and gentlemen, so forgive me for a second. Yeah, those numbers are cool. But let us know what it is. All right. So I give you guys a few stories. So I'll give you another story when it comes to Tinder and sex and money. So let's call it 25, 30 years ago. They used to have, and they still probably do now, where people could call up on a phone, and they used to run these infomercials late night, where these girls are sitting around like at a house or at a bar, and they would be looking into the camera saying, call me and I'll talk to you on the phone. And men would be calling to talk to a woman or hear a woman's voice. And then, of course, talk sweet, crazy things into the man's voice or into his ear. So I thought that was fascinating. So what I did was I got those 900 numbers. And I actually got I ran into a company that made the videos. So yes, those infomercial videos, you could buy them, attach your 900 number over them. And then late night when it's 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, when things cost like $10 for a 30-second infomercial or a short commercial or a minute for $10, you could run them in late night. Then you're charging people, they're on the phone. And back then it would be charged to your phone. So now a person calls up and he's doing $3 a minute, or actually at the time it was $5 a minute. In 20 minutes, he spent $100. That's his phone bill. So you're making $100. Now imagine if you have 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 people on the phone because they have different women. The women that you see in the infomercials are not the women that were on the phone. They just had these women with these soft, sexy, sultry voices. No video, no nothing. So 900 was very interesting. I used to go to work, and then I used to work graveyard and be laughing because I'm making money while I was at my job, and I was making money knowing that I had these sex type infomercials videos coming out every 30 minutes while I was at work, and I'm making money. So that's another story, how you can turn things into something. But then that's another cautionary tale, because back then there was no video like we're streaming right now. So therefore the 900 number industry, when the video came out and streaming came out, where you could actually see women or men, because there was men too doing it. Women would call up too. Women would look for the guys. When they started doing streaming like what we have right now, that's when things blew wide open, because now you have the personal touch. Hey, wear certain clothes. Oh, by the way, I wore these clothes. And now you had men and women, whoever they were viewing, selling the clothes. I mean, it was incredible how it all started. All right. So that is the story. I got more to that story as well. So let's see what else we got. All right. Yes, I will. And what I am bringing to the table for them is next level. Right on, Wilson Koo. Glad to hear this. Cash equals credit equals asset equals expertise. They are exchangeable as long as the money moves fluidly. I agree with that 110. Yes, those calls are the okie doke. That's right, Vanessa. It was the okie doke. Brooklyn Daddy. Wow. Exactly. Wasn't that a Spike Lee movie? Exactly. Yeah, he did make a movie about that. Exactly. And it was so funny. So I'm going to give you guys some more stories because you guys, I'm giving you a little history. So sometimes when I bring on people that I know, they give out a little something every now and then, you know. So, but this has nothing to do with when he was talking about when we were able to have a concert or doing music in a restaurant that nobody can actually do at, and he's trying to figure out how we were able to do it. But anyhow, that's another story. But here's this last story that has to do with the Tinder, that has to do with the 900 numbers. So what most people don't realize is the streaming that we have now actually started like 30 years ago, except they didn't have the bandwidth, nor the RAM, nor the gigabytes to run the live streaming as we have it now. So back then it used to cost like 300. You had to get a ISDN line, which was a dedicated line, tier 1, like directly from the hub for the internet, because that's the only way you can get the fast enough speeds, and it was burning up bandwidth. So of course it costs like $300, $400, $500 a month for this bandwidth and this speed to use, but there was streaming in the adult industry already. So here's the kicker on all this. So we go from 900 numbers to where now, just like I'm talking now, you have women who are now set up in a room. So I find out about this because I'm in the 900 business. So now I go down to LA. I mean, not LA, but Las Vegas. Little do people know, over there in Las Vegas, where they had the adult entertainment little strip right by the freeway. Well, imagine this. Imagine you go into a warehouse, you walk into a warehouse, and what you see is 3 walls, a bed, you see a camera in front of the bed, and you see a keyboard also below the camera. That's what you see. 3 walls, okay, and a bedroom setting. The lights, the beds, the picture on the wall, whatever. You have the girl wearing absolutely like lingerie and has a microphone. All right? Set this all up. You walk into a warehouse. This is what was in Las Vegas. In the warehouse, there's like 10 or 11 rooms in a row, straight across in a row. All rooms are designed similarly the same, except it's kind of catered towards specifically for the women. The women come from the gentleman's club, come over here, and guess what? They're charging people $100 per month as a membership. Now they're getting to talk to the people. Now, not only are they able to talk to the people, but now, as people probably know how things work on OnlyFans or something like that, they say, come to my private room. Come to my private room means here goes their one-on-one, and now they're charging people $25 an hour. $25 a minute. Private room. Okay, one-on-one. So not only is the guy paying $100 a month for the membership, now they're getting people to pay $25 a minute. Did you not think I didn't want some of that money? You best believe. So I invested in that company that was doing it. So imagine, I just said 10 rooms that you walk into, 10 of these units. But guess what? On the other side, backed up to it, is another 10. 20 women are in here. $100 a month for each person watching the live stream. $25 a minute for each woman that has her own private room. And you're still selling posters, pictures, clothing, all kind of stuff along the way while you're doing your live stream. 24 hours a day. So that meant a person could actually now have a door. So now not only was I invested in that, I actually made an adult website where you had a door coming in. So I was charging people $100 a month membership. And then come to find out, one day I was at the warehouse and the guy says, "Hey, Eric, you're from Sacramento. you know, the pictures that we get is from, some of the pictures we get are from a guy in Sacramento. And you guys live in the same city of Sacramento. I was like, get out of here. So this is why I go over and they hook us up, because I know these guys for a year, 2 years. So obviously they were just like, here's the guy's number and call him up. Apparently I live less than a mile from this guy. So now I go over to his house. This guy literally lives in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot house. He has women come to his house. He has a room in his house. It's just one of these 12 by 12 rooms. He has curtains. He has all kind of toys. He has all this stuff, making crazy stuff, sexual pictures and video. He's making right there at his house. He's a professional photographer that went to on the sex side. The guy, obviously, we're talking about, because of all these pictures generated, literally the guy's making $1,000 per hour, literally. And he has one girl come in. So I stood there the whole day. He had one girl come in, did an hour shoot. Another girl came in, another hour shoot, another girl. This guy shot for 4 hours, had 4 different girls, 4 different setups and everything. This guy gets a residual on some of the pictures and on the rooms that are selling. It's an awesome industry at the time, but that was on the forefront where it was brand new and only a certain amount of people could do it. So that's my story. Now, again, there we go. Girl 6, never saw it, but I get the gist. Yeah, I never saw it either. I saw the commercials, but I kind of knew what it was. Eric, we didn't know you were in the adult entertainment biz. That's right. Hey, it was easy money. I wasn't in it myself, but anywhere that I can invest in, just like I don't smoke marijuana or anything, but if somebody says, hey, you can make some money doing this, I start checking it out. So the same thing. So the AVN Awards, the adult, they used to be Adult Video Network Awards or whatever they were called, were in Las Vegas as well at the MGM. So yeah, all that stuff, tickets too. And then if anybody's into the porn industry, yeah, all the porn girls are there signing autographs. They're even making more money. They're at the convention or at a show. And these guys literally, the show's like 3 days. One or all 3 of the days on the show, these ladies, these porn stars actually have booths. So now what do you see? You see people coming up to them going, oh yeah, I saw you on the video. I bought this, I bought that. I pay $100, $200, $300 a month just to be a member. And I've been in the private room with you. And oh, by the way, can I get a picture? I'm like, oh my God, this is insanity. All kind of money was rolling around. So I was like, thank you very much. I'm here. I'm collecting. So it was very awesome. Eric, we didn't know you were in the door. Yeah. Yeah, that's very lucrative. So anything that has to do with sex, money, rock and roll, it's always lucrative. It just never stops. It just changes. The amount that people used to spend, they don't spend that anymore. The money levels have come down because it doesn't cost as much to produce, because now you can almost do something on your camera these days. So therefore, it doesn't have the same cachet, because it used to be taboo when it first started out. It was behind doors. So it used to be 18 and over. It used to be you had doors before you can get into these join the memberships. But the beauty of it is it was a membership situation, and you could be having 1,000 people paying $100 a month. It was off the chain. Off the chain. Oh my, boom, chicka, boom, boom. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. So that was one of my other investment adventures. And of course, just like what Shawn Raiford was talking about tonight, just like when he's doing this grow business, there's going to be a time where the profit margin is so high and it's so worth it. But over time, as more and more people do it and technology changes, then the prices start coming down. So your profit margins start coming down, and there's going to be more competition. So now we're 2 hours and 17 minutes in. And if anybody has any questions about any investments or anything, please ask them, and please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about here, please subscribe to the channel, because we did get some new members of the channel today. So I want to thank, let me see, Stephanie George, who just now became a member of the Stop Struggling Now Nation. I thank you so much for being here. And of course, Vanessa Comagate with her $5 donation. I humbly appreciate the donation and thank you so much because you're already a member of the channel with the icon next to your name. And I like that. 49,995 left to go. You got that right. I love that. I love that. And Heartfelt Music, who's always been here all the time in the SSN Nation, has said, you know what, I'm going to be a member of the channel. So thank you so much also, Heartfelt Music, for becoming a member of the channel tonight. Thank you. Humbly appreciate it. All right, let's see. If you have land or house and you have people that can build sets, then you have a business. There you go. There you go. That's it, exactly right. Movie sets for the porn industry. There you go. In fact, Charlie was looking into a movie set, and I was hoping she was going to be on tonight so then we could find out how that turned out, because she was going to put in her contract or an offer on Thursday, which would have been yesterday. And movie sets for the porn industry is so funny. I mean, it's not what you would even think. These guys are sitting in like hotel rooms, warehouses. They're renting houses. It's just crazy. Crazy. There's a guy in LA that has like, well, back then he had thousands of movies, porn movies that weren't even released. That's how quick they make these things. It's ridiculous. They could do like 3 porn videos a day. It's incredible. Now, I have to say, unfortunately, most of the people that are in porn don't really make that much. The performers is what I call it. They don't really make that much money as performers as a porn movies and all that. That's why they make so many of them. Because the guys that get the money are the producers and the distributors. So that's why when you can do it like now, where you have your own live streams, back then when they could go from the gentleman's club to the fake bedroom and sit there and make money and not even have to move or do much and still make like hundreds and thousands of dollars per hour. They were like, forget all the rest of this stuff. Technology eats business in time. Exactly. That's what happens. The initial product or service cost high, but the returns are lucrative and residual. Exactly. They were residual for a long time. And then it caught up about probably around 2000, 2001. That's when there was the dot-com bust happened. And then speeds and everything started kicking back up in 2001, 2002. And then video online started to be cheap. And then now the rest is history, of course. But that's how it works. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're 2 hours in on the SSN Nation Friday Night Lives. And hopefully you enjoyed that extremely awesome information that Shawn Raiford, the jazz man, the sax man, was able to provide to us today and get you to think about how you learn about finding investments. And he basically was playing basketball with somebody and they mentioned it. You know, very, very interesting. This is how it works. If you're out here and so you probably have heard from people before that says, you know what, I'm investing in this or I'm doing something. But the person that's going to actually inquire and follow up more is the person that's an entrepreneur. He's going to be like, hey, what did you just say? Hold on a minute. What exactly? And so that's similar to what happened with me and Shawn when I was calling him up. We were going to talk about, you know, his album. He's going to be at Yoshi's in Oakland. And then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I just got back from Oklahoma. And I was like, what are you talking about? You know, and then he said, yeah, this marijuana growth thing. I was like, holy smokes, really? So that's how it is. For example, the robots cost $50K today, but in 10 years it'll be $10K. All consumer will have it, drone or robot. Exactly. Speaking of drones, remember when drones first came out and they were like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000? Remember when flat screen TVs came out and they were $5,000, $10,000? I mean, now look, you can go buy one for $350. Crazy. This is exactly what happens with technology. And they slowed down technology, by the way, here in America. Just so in case you guys are a little confused, you know, you have the same computer that or metrics in a computer on the motherboards and all that almost the same for the last 6, 7, 8 years. Whereas from 2000s to roughly 2012, 2013, every time you turn around, they were like getting more RAM, faster speeds, more gigahertz, more hard drives. SSDs came out. So all of a sudden, though, everything's almost the same speed as it was 5, 6, 7 years ago. Now you have to go down and make your own to actually get past the speeds. They slowed it down here in America. Meanwhile, the rest of the world, these guys are like, forget about it. So they're already sitting here doing stuff that we, like computers now, 1 terabyte. I had a 1 terabyte on my laptop in 2013. I had 12 gigabytes of RAM in 2013 on my laptop. Now I go try to find the same thing or more because now I'm expecting more. I have to pay twice as much as I did in 2013 for the same computer I have. This is incredible. It's just barely faster. And I'm sitting there going, what happened over the last 5, 6 years? This is stupid. Meanwhile, the rest of the world, they're over here making things happen and we're getting left behind. You guys got to travel. Yeah, tell me about in Japan and China, Korea, they have 6G. There's my point exactly. There's my point exactly. These people, man, I don't even want to get started on this. It's kind of disgusting. But yeah, we're a little bit behind, ladies and gentlemen. And you have to go out in the world, unfortunately, and the rest of the world is passing us by with technology. So again, I will say, I'm going to show you guys something, especially when we start talking about, I'm going to try and do something. Let me see if I can pull them up. I don't know how to spell though. I think that's how you do it. I think this is how we do it. I'm gonna pull up a phone company that they won't sell. They're trying to block them. I can't remember what the name of the company is now. Yeah, they won't let us buy them in America. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'm going to do a search. So, yeah, here we go. I'm going to pull this up on the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Anybody know who the second largest cell phone provider in the world is, and who has the number 2 in sales, and who doesn't have the United States market completely open to them? Can you believe that? Incredible stuff. Here, let me pull this up. Let's see if they changed some things. Let me see here. We're on SSN Lifestyle. Let me pull this up for you guys. Check this out. Check this out. No, add to the stream. Check this out. Look at this. Look at this. Do you guys see this 108 megapixel? 108. What does somebody's Apple that costs $1,500 or Samsung that costs $1,500, $1,400, $1,300? What do their cameras do? I know they don't do 108 megapixels. How about 120 megahertz AMOLED 33 watt fast charger? Meanwhile, you got 15 watt fast chargers. Know those $1,400, $1,500 phones, right? You guys seeing this? Look at this. Yeah, they call it the Note 10. 108 megapixels. 8 megapixel wide camera, 5 megapixel telephotos, 2 megapixels depth sensor. You guys seeing this? How much do you think this phone costs? Night photography for their phones. Anybody know how much their phone costs? How about half price from an Apple and a Samsung? How about half price, ladies and gentlemen? How about $550? $650. Half price. So now you see why they're the second cell phone carrier in the world. And they're restricted into the USA market. Imagine if they actually were able to sell freely in the United States market. Apple, Samsung would be in trouble. All right? This is what I'm talking about. Keeping us dumb, keeping us down, making us believe we're better than what we are in America. We need to bring up our technologies. The U.S. regulators like puppet masters showing you only one perspective, not the 360 exactly. The technology or form of freedom, because the Amazon Shopify gives you instant access to 100 million worldwide customers. Some people have tapped in. Exactly. Lots of love, America, like the Matrix. Some good, bad, and ugly. There you go, Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial. But this just illustrates how some people, if you don't look beyond the borders and don't look for opportunities, you can't find them. And the thing about these Zomies is that their bands are not USA bands most of the time. I haven't checked into them in the last 2 or 3 years, but back in the day, it was even more disgusting. Their phones were like $350 that had this type of, well, they were doing 50 megapixel cameras back 2 years ago that were $350. It was insane. Eric's the glitch, or Neo in the Matrix. Sometimes he is Morpheus. Mr. Financial. Thank you. Read me. I was doing knockoffs for Huawei units until they said they can do better. Exactly. Exactly. And that's the company. Huawei is the other company that the United States banned because they too are ahead of the U.S. It's incredible. Lots of love. In some communist countries, $500 a month apartment are considered a luxury. The manipulation is real. Exactly. Exactly. In communist countries, $250 a month that people are paying for their 1 or 2 bedroom apartment. It's insane. I know they're on a different system than us, but all I'm trying to say is you have to start thinking, ladies and gentlemen, because our cost of living is not coming down. So you have to get those extra streams of income. And remember, any investment is a risk. Just because it sounds good doesn't necessarily all it means. And you always can't believe that all investment work out 100%. And there is a timeline. All right. Just keep that in mind. That's why Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, this is why they constantly buy new companies, because they can't stay ahead of the competition, because the competition, they're buying them up before they become real competition and then adding them into their arsenal. So that's how they're able to expand. That's how they're able to keep market share. That's how it works, late, and that's why the rich keep getting richer. And so that's what we have to do as individuals, because you're the CEO of your life. That's how it works. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap it up on the Friday night live stream. It's 2 hours and 31 minutes. Let me know what you guys thought about this talk that we had tonight about the marijuana grow and about the transportation business, because tonight was a little bit different. We didn't get into stocks. We didn't get into real estate. We didn't get into social media marketing or anything like that. But down below in the description, there are several things that can help you out. Amongst them is Shawn Raiford's album, The Smooth Jazz. And if you watch the beginning of the video, then you will see In the Moment, the one that was just released. It's a top 50 song on the jazz charts. You'll see that, and then you'll see the Good Vibrations. After this video, though, I'm going to have it. It's going to have a claim against a copyright claim, unless Sean's going to have to send me over something that says it's not. But if there's a copyright claim, then I'm going to be removing the videos. All right, so. But that's why I started them at the beginning, and then I did the 30-second countdown, and that's why I did it that way. All right? So that's how we're going to do it. Knockoffs, that's correct. Facebook and Zuckerberg focus on meta-universe or augmented reality. That's right. That's what's coming next. You can already see everybody's attached to their phones. Now you're going to be attached to your headsets. That's now also going to be doing artificial intelligence reality. All right, so this is just the way the world's coming. Things are moving, and some places are already ahead of schedule. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I see we're going to wrap it up. But once again, if you like what we're talking about here, please subscribe to the channel and please click the all notification bell. And I appreciate the new members of the channel. I appreciate the donations tonight. And keep it going, ladies and gentlemen, because this is the era. This is the time. If you have a wherewithal to invest and have the money to invest, now's the time to do it. And don't think about if you don't have enough. Think about SSN Lifestyle. We're about to bring it where members that are involved in SSN Lifestyle, you will be able to invest a little bit of money if you have it in the overall scheme. It's just you're going to have a percentage, your percentage. If you're investing 1%, then you get 1% of the profit. If you invest a 0.5% of the profit. But everybody can win. That's what we're trying to do here. The rising tide always lifts all boats. All right. Wilson Koo, Eric, send you a short email and we can discuss. Just got the email invite to chat with the dating app people. Sweet. That's beautiful, man. That's a startup. Thanks for the gems, fam. 100% facts. Thank you for the gems, and thank everybody for the gems. Mr. Financial, Victor Marrero for asking the questions. Thank you so much, Vanessa Comagate, for also Wednesday plus today for the information as well, and everybody else. DJ Robbie D from Philly, finding out he's a band member now. He makes music. That's a beautiful thing. Communication and collaboration key to success. People push people. That's how we got to do it around here. All right. Enough of this, working. Now you got to make your money work for you. And yes, it's a risk. I reiterate, it's always a risk. So nothing works 100% of the time. You're going to have L's. But the thing is, some of those winners, like Mark Cuban said, when he did his broadcast.com and they got $1 billion, he won that one time. He says, that's all you need. You just really need one win. You can lose 100 times, but you get that one big one, everything is forgotten about, but you have to keep trying. All right. You're welcome, Mr. Financial Curtis David. Thanks, Eric. All right. Great info as usual. Thanks, Eric and SSN fam. Thank you so much again for that donation, Vanessa Comagate. And I appreciate you providing us info. And thank you for sending me that condo info because I want to find out about that as well. And with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. And that's why we have to keep bringing the real. And that's why I started SSN Lifestyle. You guys are getting the gist, I hope, because I'm very, very excited because this is something that can help ordinary citizens. Who has the 10,000? Who has the 20? Who has the 50? Who has 100? Only a select number of people. But some people might have that 50, that 100, that 200, that 2,000, that 1,000 that you could say, you know what, I'm going to take a risk in this and join in the party and get some profits on return. And we're not talking about this stuff that's going to be return on investment 5 years later, 10 years later. No, we're actually doing a short timeline. You invest money. Who wants to sit around and wait? You want something to happen within a year or so, right? Or less, months if possible. That's what we're trying to do here. We're not trying to do something that's long-term horizons like a few other people have done here on YouTube with some of their not shenanigans. All right. So we're actually doing real investing where we invest in something. We plan on making money. We're going to profit from it. And that's how we're going to do it here, ladies and gentlemen. So with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.